Have you ever caught yourself thinking about what truly makes a guy keep coming back for more? Is it your looks, your style, or maybe the way he feels when you're together? Here's the twist. It's not just those surface level things. So many women chase the wrong idea of what makes them unforgettable. They think being constantly available, always agreeable, or losing themselves in a relationship will make them irreplaceable. But what if I told you that the secret lies in mastering yourself first? Imagine this, a version of you so magnetic, so self-assured, that he can't help but be drawn to your energy. It's not magic or manipulation. It's a transformative way of being that mixes timeless principles like Stoicism with modern confidence into what I call dark Stoic psychology. These are subtle but powerful traits that spark his admiration and keep his focus right on you. In this video, I'm diving into 10 actions that will not just make him return, but will keep him captivated and invested. This isn't only about romantic relationships. It's about boosting your life to a level where everything you do and every interaction feels purpose-filled and magnetic. Let's uncover the first secret for unlocking your high-value potential. Step 1. The secret to magnetic presence. What if I told you there's something about a woman who can enter a room and have everyone looking her way without uttering a single word? It's not about the clothes she's wearing or the makeup she's applied or even the status she holds. It's her quiet confidence, a deep yet unmistakable assurance of who she is. This is the bedrock of a high-value woman, and it's the first crucial step in making sure he always wants to come back to you. Quiet confidence isn't loud. It softly speaks volumes. It's in your posture, how you hold someone's gaze, and how you thoughtfully respond instead of reacting impulsively to the world. But let's explore this further. Where does such confidence stem from? It all begins with self-awareness. Do you genuinely know your worth, recognize your strengths, and even embrace your vulnerabilities? When you accept every part of who you are, you exude an irresistible aura. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly felt like you're enough? Not because someone else told you or some outside validation made you feel it, but because you felt it deep within yourself. If it's been a minute, don't worry. Confidence is a skill you develop, not an innate gift. To radiate this quiet confidence, start mastering the art of detachment, a cornerstone of Stoicism. Now, this isn't about not caring, it's about not letting external things define your worth. A Stoic woman knows she can't control his feelings or reactions, only her own. This realization liberates you from the fear of rejection and allows for genuine interaction with him and the world. Picture this, you're at a party and he's there. Instead of trying to catch his eye, you're focused on having a great time. You're engaged in conversations, your laughter is genuine, and you're not glued to your phone checking if he's seen you. And you know what happens? He notices you. He's intrigued by the effortless way you move through the room, the genuine way you connect with people. This is the magic of quiet confidence. It draws him in without you needing to pursue. But wait, there's more. Confidence isn't just about how you behave when he's watching. It's about how you conduct yourself when no one is around. When you set your own goals, chase your passions, and take care of yourself, you emit an energy that says, I'm complete on my own. It's not an act of pretending to be independent so he might want you. It's about truly being independent. Ask yourself this, are you living the life you desire or waiting for someone to complete it? When you live fully and fearlessly, you embody the true essence of high-value psychology. Men are naturally drawn to women who don't need them but choose to be with them. This creates a dynamic where he feels honored to be a part of your world, not the center of it. A confident woman also gracefully handles rejection. Let's be real, no one likes getting turned down, but a high-value woman knows that rejection doesn't decrease her value. It merely indicates that she wasn't the right fit for that particular moment. This mindset not only protects your self-esteem, but also shows him that you're steady and unyielding. It's this strength, this emotional resilience that makes you unforgettable. So how do you start building this quiet confidence today? Begin by affirming your worth every day. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and acknowledge your growth. Practice self-compassion when things don't go as planned, and above all, release the need for constant approval. When you anchor yourself in your own value, you'll notice that the world, including him, starts to react differently. Here's a challenge for you. The next time you're around him or even just thinking of him, pause and ask yourself, am I presenting my most confident self or am I looking for his approval? If it's the latter, turn your focus inward. You'll be amazed at how this simple shift can transform your interactions with him and your relationship with yourself. Are you ready to step into this version of you? Let's continue, because the next step is all about embracing and celebrating your independence. Step 2, embrace self-love and watch him follow. What truly makes a high-value woman unforgettable? It's not about bending yourself to fit into his world, but rather maintaining that deep connection with your own sense of self. Being rooted in your own identity is one of the most magnetic qualities you can have. So what separates someone he hangs out with from someone he can't get off his mind? Imagine being in a relationship, but instead of obsessively waiting for his messages or keeping tabs on his every move, your energy is centered on your own growth, happiness, and passions. What kind of vibe does this give off? It tells him you have a high value because you treasure yourself enough to live a full life, with or without him. This sort of independence isn't just attractive, it's completely enchanting. Let's keep it real though. Staying true to yourself can be tough when you're really into someone. It feels natural to pour yourself into a relationship. But here's the deal. The more you lose yourself, the less he's likely to stick around. Why? Because it was your individuality, your unique spark, and your sense of self that caught his eye to begin with. Ask yourself, are you creating a life you love, or are you waiting for him to define it for you? High-value women realize their happiness doesn't hinge on having a partner. Instead, they build a life so rich and satisfying that their partner is a bonus, not the foundation. This is all about finding security within yourself rather than seeking it outside. One way to stay grounded is by diving into your passions. What really excites you? Whether it's boosting your career, getting lost in a creative hobby, or prioritizing your health and well-being, these interests make your life vibrant and exciting. When you're genuinely thrilled about your path, it radiates. He'll see that your happiness doesn't rely on him, and paradoxically, this makes him even more eager to be part of your world. Take a moment to consider this dynamic. When a woman is authentically grounded, she broadcasts, "I'm enough as I am." This is the magic of mastering inner confidence. By living this truth, you demonstrate that you're not afraid to walk away if the relationship doesn't enhance your life anymore. And here's the truth. Guys have major respect for women who respect themselves. Being grounded also involves setting boundaries. Do you have the nerve to say no when something doesn't vibe with your values or needs? Boundaries aren't about driving people away, they're about safeguarding the amazing life you're crafting. Say he keeps bailing on plans at the last minute. You calmly but firmly let him know your time is high value. This isn't about playing games, it's about showing him you value yourself. Here's a secret many overlook. Men love a hint of mystery. When you maintain your independence and refuse to make him the center of your universe, it stirs a sense of intrigue. He starts to wonder, what's so incredible about her life that she's not obsessing over me? That sense of curiosity keeps him coming back for more. But let's not mix up independence with being distant. Staying grounded doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't cling. It means being fully engaged in the relationship without losing your identity. Let's face it. Staying rooted takes effort, especially in a world that constantly pressures women to shape themselves to fit someone else's mold. But here's your superpower. When you commit to living unapologetically and authentically, not only will he come back, but the right kind of person will never want to leave. So here's my challenge to you. How will you keep grounded this week? Maybe dedicate an hour each day to a passion project, or remind yourself that your value isn't tied to his attention. Take that step today to reconnect with who you truly are and watch how it transforms your vibe and relationship. If you're feeling inspired to own your independence, comment, "Let's do that." below. Let's make this the time you choose to prioritize yourself, starting now. Ready to dive into the next action? Get set, because things are about to become even more empowering. Step 3. How equal partnerships boost relationships. What happens when you put someone on a pedestal, treating them like they're royalty? It creates a dynamic where admiration overtakes genuine connection, and here's the truth. Deep down, no man wants to feel like he's untouchable or superior. He wants to feel seen, understood, and valued, not worshipped. When you treat a man as your equal, you build a relationship based on mutual respect and admiration. This doesn't mean holding back kindness or affection. It means crafting a partnership where both of you feel empowered to contribute equally. He doesn't need a queen to adore or a follower to obey. He needs a partner to stand beside him. Think about this. How often do we, as high-value women, feel diminished when someone underestimates our abilities or overlooks our contributions? Men feel the same. They want to be acknowledged for their skills and efforts, but not at the expense of mutual respect. When you show him that you appreciate his strengths without downplaying your own, you unlock a level of connection that's rock solid. This is where Stoicism offers real insight. In Stoic philosophy, everyone is seen as inherently valuable, capable of reason, and worthy of respect. If applying this to your relationship means approaching him not as someone to idolize, but as someone to build with, balancing admiration with collaboration. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine your partner faces a work challenge and naturally you want to support him. Instead of just cheering from the sidelines or giving empty compliments, engage on a deeper level. Ask thoughtful questions, offer meaningful insights, and show you respect his ability to handle the situation. This isn't about taking over. It's about being an equal partner. And treating him equally means embracing your own strength. You don't need to dim your light for his to shine brighter. High-value women understand that their own achievements and capabilities add to the relationship. When you stand tall, pursuing your own goals and facing challenges confidently, you inspire him to do the same. This creates a true partnership where both parties grow together. But what does this look like day to day? It shows up in handling shared responsibilities, whether it's planning a trip, managing finances, or making decisions. Instead of defaulting to his way or expecting him to take charge, you collaborate. Share your thoughts with confidence. Listen to his perspective and work together. This balance strengthens your bond and builds trust and admiration. And think about how treating him as an equal elevates his view of you. It transforms you from just a partner to someone he can trust, rely on, and admire deeply. This dynamic fosters greater respect and investment from him. Here's another layer. Treating him as an equal doesn't mean you always agree with him. On the contrary, respectful disagreements can actually fortify your connection. When you're bold enough to express differing opinions without fear, it shows him you value truth over just appeasing him. This authenticity is incredibly attractive, assuring him that you are together because you truly want to be. However, this approach requires sharp discernment. Are you honoring his strengths while also valuing your own? Are you engaging as an equal partner, or are you slipping into putting him above yourself? It's crucial to find the right balance. When both of you feel seen, heard, and appreciated, the relationship thrives. In many ways, treating him as an equal mirrors how you perceive yourself. If you recognize your worth and embrace your capabilities, it's natural to engage with him equally. But if you're overly accommodating or hesitant to express your needs, it might be a sign of undervaluing yourself. A high-value woman doesn't just want respect, she gives it too. Equality binds a relationship, fostering trust and open communication, allowing both partners to become their best selves. When he feels this balance, this true partnership, it becomes evident that you're not just someone he wants. You're someone he needs to build a life with. Are you starting to see how these principles weave together? Each step builds a foundation of attraction, respect, and connection that keeps him engaged, Let's move on because the next step might just be the game changer. Step 4, mastering the art of true listening. How often do we just hear without truly paying attention? There's a massive difference between hearing words and really grasping what's in someone's heart. But when you get the hang of genuinely listening, you tap into one of the strongest ways to connect with him, leaving an impression long after your chat ends. Think about the last time someone genuinely listened to you, not just nodding along, not waiting for their turn to speak. They really leaned in, cared about what you had to say, and made you feel understood. How did that make you feel? Valued, respected, and truly seen? Now imagine giving him that same level of connection. Listening isn't just about being quiet while he talks. It's about being truly present. When you're genuinely listening, your mind isn't wandering, you're not checking your phone, and you're not planning your response. You're fully there, letting him know that understanding him is all that matters in that moment. But let's dive deeper. True listening extends beyond words. It's about catching on to his tone, his body language, those pauses, and the emotions behind his words. When he mentions his struggles, can you pick up on his frustration? When he shares his dreams, do you feel his excitement? These small cues are your gateway to understanding him on a deeper level. So why is this important? Many guys find it hard to openly express their emotions. Society's often taught them to hide vulnerabilities and put on a tough front. But when you create an environment where he feels safe to express himself, it's game-changing. You're no longer just someone he chats with. You become his safe space, his confidant. This level of connection doesn't just materialize overnight. It takes time, empathy, and practice. Start by asking thoughtful questions. When he shares, dig a little deeper. Not out of curiosity, but out of genuine interest. For instance, if he talks about a bad day at work, don't just say, "That's tough." Try something like, "What part was the hardest for you?" or "How do you feel about it now?" These show you're keen on truly understanding him. A great way to show you're listening is through reflection. Paraphrase what you've heard to ensure you get it. If he says, "I've been feeling a lot of pressure at work lately," you might respond, "Sounds like things are really overwhelming for you. Is there something I can do to help ease the stress?" This not only shows you're attentive, but also your willingness to support him. But here's the thing, listening isn't about fixing. Often, when someone shares their struggles, it's tempting to offer solutions. Resist that urge. Focus on empathizing. Sometimes what he needs most is to feel heard, not fixed. A simple, "That sounds tough, I get why you're feeling that way," can be much more powerful than rattling off advice. By truly listening to him, you're doing more than just connecting. You're showing deep respect, and that's foundational for a strong relationship. It tells him his thoughts, feelings, and experiences really matter to you. This kind of validation is incredibly powerful, and he'll associate it with you whenever he opens up. And let's not overlook how this boosts trust. When he feels genuinely heard, he feels secure. He realizes he can be himself around you without sifting through his words. Over time, this builds a bond that's nearly impossible to break. He'll return to you not just because of who you are, but because of how you make him feel, valued, understood, and cherished. There's also a subtle shift when you become an exceptional listener. He'll start sharing more, his dreams, fears, and deepest thoughts. With each layer he reveals, your connection deepens. You're not just his partner, you're the one he trusts with his heart. Let's be honest, truly listening isn't just about him. It's a gift to yourself too. When you listen deeply, you get insights into who he really is beyond just the surface. You learn what drives him, what he values, and what makes him tick. This knowledge empowers you to connect with him in ways that feel authentic and meaningful. Finally, keep in mind, listening isn't about being perfect. There will be times when distractions pop up or your patience might be tested. What matters is your intention. When you genuinely care about understanding him, it shows even in little moments. So ask yourself, are you really listening to him? Are you making room for his voice, his emotions, his story? If not, now's the time to start, because when you become the person who truly sees, hears, and values him, he won't just stick around, he'll never want to leave. Step 5. Your relationship's true backbone. So what's really at the heart of any deep connection? It's not the extravagant gestures or intense passions you might think. The real foundation is honesty and transparency. Without these, even the most thrilling relationship is likely to fall apart sooner or later. But here's the beautiful truth. When you embrace honesty in every situation, you stand out in a world that's often tangled with mind games and mixed messages. Guys dig clarity as much as we do. They want to know where they stand, how you feel, and what you're actually looking for. Yet so many of us hesitate, fearing rejection or that we might scare him off by being too open. But let me tell you this, vulnerability, when paired with authenticity, is not a drawback. It's a superpower. Being honest isn't about spilling every thought you have. It's about staying true to yourself and sharing the truth in a way that feels both empowering and kind. Imagine this. Instead of brushing off your feelings with "it's fine" when you're clearly upset, you let him in on how you truly feel. Like, "I felt let down when you canceled our plans last minute because I was really looking forward to it." It's not confrontation, it's connection. It tells him that you care enough to address what's bothering you rather than letting resentment simmer. Let's push that idea even further. Honesty isn't just about the tough stuff. It's about celebrating the good moments too. When you're genuinely thrilled with something he did or a memory you cherish, say it out loud. "I loved how thoughtful you were in planning that dinner," or "spending time with you makes me feel so understood." These little acknowledgments build trust and make your bond stronger. Now, flip the script. Are you being honest with yourself? Sometimes we dodge the difficult truths because they force us to face uncomfortable realities. Maybe he's not meeting your emotional needs, but you chalk it up as being okay because losing him seems scarier. Or maybe you're holding back on expressing your true desires because you're worried about being too much. High-value women understand that burying their truth doesn't shield a relationship, it undermines it. This is where the essence of Stoic psychology comes in. Stoicism, at its core, encourages aligning actions with values. When you're living honestly and being genuine, you shine with the confidence that's seriously attractive. Men find themselves drawn to women who are unapologetically themselves because it breeds trust. He knows you're not playing games, and that clarity is incredibly refreshing. Honor yourself and him with your honesty. By sharing your thoughts and feelings openly, you're showing that you see the relationship as a partnership rather than a guessing game. This level of transparency dismisses unnecessary drama and nurtures a space where both of you feel secure and appreciated. Here's something powerful to ponder. Are you presenting the real you or a curated version just to keep him interested? True honesty means uncovering your real self, flaws, dreams, quirks, and all. When you're authentic, you let him connect with the real you, and that authenticity is where lasting relationships are formed. Now let's dive into the power of honesty during conflicts. Disagreements will happen in any relationship, but how you handle them changes everything. A high-value woman doesn't go for passive-aggressive remarks or emotional explosions. She tackles disagreements with calm and clear communication. Suppose he says something upsetting. Instead of snapping, you might say, "That comment caught me off guard. Can we talk about what you meant by it?" This approach eases tension, showing him you're committed to understanding rather than just reacting. Let's add another layer. Honesty about your intentions. Looking for something serious? Be upfront. Unsure where it's going but enjoying it? Speak up. Men respect women who know what they want and aren't afraid to say it. That doesn't mean having all the answers, but it does mean being clear about your expectations and boundaries. Now let me ask you this. How many relationships fail because one or both are scared to speak their truth? How many times have you held back to avoid discomfort? Imagine how freeing it would be to engage with honesty as your guiding light. It not only fortifies the relationship, but also makes you stronger. So are you ready to adopt honesty as your superpower? If this touched you, give this video a thumbs up. Remember, honesty isn't just a trait, it's a way of being. When you fully embrace it, you'll discover that not only does he stick around, but he's captivated by your authenticity. Let's keep exploring what makes you a truly high-value woman. Stay with me because there's so much more to unveil. Step 6. How fun and laughter elevate your connection. What's one of the easiest ways to win someone's heart and make your presence unforgettable? It's laughter, joy, and that little spark of happiness you introduce into his life can do wonders. Sure, relationships often start with attraction, but what keeps things exciting and makes him want to return is the feeling that being with you makes everything a bit more delightful. Think about it. Life can be full of stress, challenges, and obligations. When he's with you, does he feel lighter? Does he laugh more? Do his worries shrink, even if it's just for a moment? If so, you've already formed a bond that's tough to break. Being a high-value woman means injecting joy and laughter into his life, which isn't about being a stand-up comedian or forcing fun. It's about embracing positivity, playfulness, and finding light in the simplest moments. Imagine this. You're both stuck in traffic, an annoyance that could bring anyone down. But instead of succumbing to irritation, you joke about starring in the world's longest road trip movie. You crank up the music, sing off-key, and transform a tedious situation into a memory worth cherishing. These small moments of shared laughter go far beyond surface attraction, creating genuine connection. Adding joy also shows you can tackle challenges with grace. No one wants negativity entering every situation. This doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to face life's ups and downs with resilience and a sense of humor. When you can laugh at yourself, unexpected mishaps, and life's absurdities, you invite him to do the same. But it's not just about humor. Joy can be spontaneous adventures, shared passions, or even quiet evenings filled with good conversation and warmth. It's about crafting an atmosphere where he feels safe to be himself, with no judgment or pressure. A space where happiness naturally flows because he's with someone who embodies high value and positivity. Let's explore a concept from Stoic philosophy, blending seriousness with lightheartedness. Stoicism emphasizes tackling challenges with composure while also appreciating life's fleeting joys. When you practice this balance, you demonstrate you can manage life's weighty moments without missing its beauty. This dynamic is truly captivating. It shows depth, adaptability, and a zest for life. Consider that men often feel pressure to appear strong and composed, even when overwhelmed. By introducing laughter and lightness, you become his escape, a chance to step out of that heavy role, even if just momentarily. You become the person associated with relief, freedom, and the simple joy of being himself, and that's a rare connection. Creating joy doesn't mean sidestepping serious conversations or ignoring issues. It's about striking a balance. When things get tough, you show him that although you'll confront challenges head-on, you won't let them overshadow life's positives. Navigating difficulties with grace and humor reassures him you're not just a partner for the good times, but someone who makes even the hard times brighter. Let's discuss how shared laughter enhances intimacy. Humor dismantles barriers, building a sense of unity. When you laugh together, it's like saying, I see you, I get you, and we're in this moment together. Whether it's an inside joke, playful tease, or shared funny story, these moments create a unique bond. But here's the key. The joy you bring needs to be genuine. Forced laughter or a fake demeanor will only feel hollow. Real joy comes from being present, embracing the moment, and sharing it authentically. It's about letting your natural energy, curiosity, and humor shine. Ask yourself, how do you handle life's moments with him? Are you infusing them with wonder, excitement, and fun, or allowing stress and seriousness to take over? By focusing on creating joy not just for him, but for yourself, you tap into an attraction firmly rooted in how he feels whenever he's around you. Ultimately, adding joy and laughter to his life isn't about changing who you are, but enhancing the best parts of yourself. It's about showing him that even in a complex, often challenging world, as a high-value woman, you're someone who finds the light and shares it freely. And when you're the source of his happiest memories, there's no question he'll keep coming back for more. Step 7. Mastering the art of elevating your partner. Let's be real. Everyone craves a little recognition for who they are and what they bring to the table, right? Guys are no exception. When you truly celebrate his strengths, you're offering something way more valuable than those surface-level compliments. You're giving him the gift of being genuinely seen and appreciated, which forges a connection that'll keep him coming back. But here's the kicker. It has to be authentic. Flattery without substance falls flat. Sure, telling him you're amazing or you're the best is nice in the moment, but what really sticks is when you notice the little things he does or the special traits he has and let him know you appreciate them. Think of it this way. If someone praised you, wouldn't you want to feel like they were really paying attention to who you are? It's the same for him. When he tackles a tough situation with calm determination, tell him you noticed. When he shares a creative idea, express your admiration for his vision. When he goes out of his way to support you, show your gratitude. Picture this. He's been grinding away on a project, and rather than just say, "Good job," you say, "I admire how dedicated you've been to this project. It shows so much discipline and creativity." Or when he's being a total sweetheart helping someone out, you say, "Your kindness in that situation really stood out. It's one of the things I admire most about you." These thoughtful praises show you're truly paying attention to who he is, not just what he does. But celebrating his strengths doesn't mean pumping up his ego or putting him on a pedestal. It's all about balance. Just as you recognize and admire his qualities, you expect the same acknowledgement back. Relationships thrive when both partners feel seen and appreciated. By celebrating his strengths, you're setting the stage for the kind of mutual respect that creates a rock-solid bond. Stoicism gives us some cool insights here. The philosophy emphasizes virtue and character, focusing on what truly matters in a person. By celebrating his patience, courage, and integrity, you're aligning with these timeless principles. This not only strengthens your connection, but deepens his respect for you. He sees that you value substance over appearances, and that's a rare find. Now, let's talk vulnerability for a sec. Recognizing someone's strengths can feel like you're opening yourself up, but don't mistake this for weakness. Celebrating his qualities doesn't lower yours. It builds trust and intimacy. It shows confidence because a high-value woman knows her worth and isn't threatened by someone else's shine. She's inspired by it. Here's another angle. When you highlight his strengths, you inspire him to grow into his best self. Imagine him being nervous about taking a big leap in his career, and you remind him of his knack for handling challenges with grace. Your encouragement might just be the boost he needs. In this way, you're not just a partner. You're his ally, his cheerleader, and his muse. But hold on. Are you acknowledging your own strengths too? In a healthy relationship, admiration should go both ways. If you find yourself always giving and never getting the same love back, maybe it's time to pause and reflect. Celebrate him, but also expect recognition for your own qualities and efforts. Timing matters too. Sometimes elevating his strengths means picking the right moment. Praise him during those quiet moments when it's just the two of you and he's relaxed. Public displays can be awesome, but private acknowledgement often hits deeper. It's about creating those shared moments of connection. And don't underestimate the power of small, everyday celebrations. It doesn't have to be about massive achievements. A simple, "I love how patient you are when we're figuring things out," or "Your sense of humor always brightens my day," can go a long way. These little shout-outs add up, laying down a foundation of positivity and trust. When you genuinely celebrate his strengths, you're showing him you see his best qualities, encouraging him to keep showing up as his best self. This creates a cycle of mutual admiration and growth, making your connection stronger every step of the way. So how can you celebrate his strengths today? Look for those sparks, big or small, that make him who he is. When he feels appreciated for the person he truly is, he won't just come back, he'll be inspired to stay because of how you make him feel. Step 8. Own your path with confidence. What sets apart a woman who leaves a lasting impression? It's not just about looks, charm, or even humor. It's about being a woman who walks with purpose and takes charge when needed. A high-value woman knows her desires, embraces leadership, and lives with a direction that's both inspiring and magnetic. Think about it. How often do we wait for someone to make the plans or excite the room? Now, what if you flipped that narrative? Be the one who initiates, who brings in thoughtful ideas, who confidently makes decisions, making him feel part of something vibrant and intentional. When you lead with purpose, you don't just catch his eye, you hold it. You show you're a partner, not just a passenger. Men admire women who can plan, decide, and energize their shared experiences. It's about contributing equally, not overshadowing him. Showing you're shaping the journey with him. Consider this example. Instead of waiting for him to pick the next date spot, say, I found this amazing rooftop place and booked us for Saturday. I think you'll love it. What does this say? It tells him you're thoughtful, proactive, and confident in creating memorable moments. And let's be real, doesn't it feel great when someone plans for you? Men appreciate that too. But this doesn't only mean organizing dates. It's about leading with intention in every piece of your connection. When conflicts come up, do you calmly seek resolution? When there's a chance to deepen your bond, do you take it? A high-value woman doesn't just sit back hoping things will fall into place. She steps up, creating the connection she desires. This approach ties into Stoic philosophy, focusing on managing what's within your control and releasing what's not. By leading with purpose, you embody this principle, showing you don't wait for life to happen. You make it happen. You create opportunities, make decisions, and face life with confidence. This is the core of dark Stoic psychology, mixing strength with emotional depth to create an appealing energy. Let's be clear, leading with purpose isn't about dominating the relationship. It's about finding balance. You take charge when it feels right, but leave room for him to step up too. This creates a dynamic of mutual respect and partnership. When he sees that you're comfortable leading, he's encouraged to do the same, crafting a relationship rhythm where both value each other's contributions equally. Here's something to ponder. Are you showing him a vision for your life? High-value women lead in their personal goals, dreams, and ambitions, not just relationships. When he sees you pursuing passions, tackling challenges, and living with intent, he finds your drive inspiring. This energy draws him in, wanting to be part of your journey. Leading with excitement means embracing new experiences and being willing to try something unexpected. Men are drawn to women who add adventure and spontaneity to their lives. Whether it's suggesting a weekend trip, starting a new hobby together, or exploring a hidden gem in town, these shared adventures build lifelong memories and strengthen your bond. But let's confront the fear of taking the lead. Are you worried about seeming too assertive, too forward? Confidence is never off-putting when mixed with thoughtfulness. When you lead with care and consideration, respecting his feelings, your initiative becomes a gift, not a burden. Here's the beauty of this dynamic. When you step up, you invite him to show up as well. You're setting a stage for a relationship where both feel empowered to bring their best, inspiring each other. This isn't just attractive, it's transformative. So how do you start taking charge today? It doesn't need to be massive or complicated. Maybe it's suggesting a new date idea, discussing shared goals, or showing excitement in planning something unique. These small steps build momentum, creating a lively, dynamic connection full of intention. If this speaks to you, subscribe for more insights that help you grow into the high-value woman you're destined to be. Together, let's keep building unbreakable, meaningful connections. Ready for more discovery? Let's keep going. There's so much to explore. Step 9, dive into the excitement of new adventures together. You know that feeling you get when your energy just lights up a room? It's because you've got this zest for life, this openness to dive into new adventures, and it makes everything around you feel vibrant. A high-value woman doesn't just float through life. She makes waves. She turns the mundane into something magical and inspires others to see the beauty in the everyday. And here's the thing, passion, it's seriously catchy. When you're deeply into what you love, it shows. Your eyes sparkle, your voice bubbles with excitement, and you become magnetic. That's the magic of living passionately, and it's what makes you glow with allure. But let's talk about this. Passion isn't just a checklist of hobbies or career goals. It's about how you show up in life. Are you curious? Are you hungry for growth, for exploration, for experiences that shake up your world? Because guys are naturally drawn to high-value women who bring this sense of excitement and discovery, hinting at a life that's ever evolving and thrilling. Here's the truth. Relationships aren't just about gelled personalities. They're a canvas for shared adventures that you both get to paint together. So, breaking it down, when you say yes to adventure, you're letting him know you're all about stepping out of that comfort zone. Think spontaneous road trips, trying out that weird-sounding dish, or signing up for that quirky class neither of you would have picked alone. These adventures do more than build bonds. They create standout memories that make life interesting beyond the status quo. And hey, let's not overlook the internal voyages. Passion is about personal growth too. It's about challenging yourself, aiming to be the most amazing version of you. Your journey in self-improvement is not only captivating, it pushes him to do the same. Together, you two get to be that couple that's forever growing, discovering, and thriving. Now let's bring Stoicism into the mix. This philosophy is all about living in the now, soaking up every moment with purpose and appreciation. It's about seeing every moment, whether adrenaline pumping or soul soothing, as a chance to learn and grow. By living this way, you show him that your life is rich and you're excited to share it. But here's something to consider. What if he's not vibing with your energy? What if he's a bit hesitant about diving into new things? The beauty of living with passion is it's not about dragging him along. It's about inviting him to see the world through your eyes, sharing your enthusiasm, creating a safe space where he can join in. Over time, your openness might just inspire him to break out of his shell. Also, consider how passion fuels your relationship. Are you investing love and creativity in it or letting it cruise on autopilot? Adventure doesn't mean extreme sports or getaways. It can be as simple as trying a new recipe or exploring a neighborhood you've never strolled through. It means adding creativity and energy to your bond, keeping it fresh and dynamic. And on another note, adventure isn't just about what you do. It's about the emotional landscapes you explore. Are you open to those heart-to-hearts, those talks that deepen your bond? Are you willing to understand his dreams, fears, and hidden sides? This kind of emotional boldness can create intimacy that's more profound than any whirlwind adventure. Remember, passion and adventure aren't just little gifts for him, they're acts of love for you, too. When you live with purpose and excitement, you're not just boosting your relationship, you're enriching your life. You're proving to yourself that you can cultivate joy, grow, and find fulfillment no matter what. And when he witnesses this strength within you, his admiration and attraction can only grow. So ask yourself, is your life vibrant, full of adventure, and real to you? If not, what's keeping you from that? Start small. Pick one thing you've always wanted to dive into, or an area where you can spark more passion. Whether it's rekindling an old hobby, planning that dream trip, or simply switching your mindset to find joy in the everyday, these moves will transform the energy you bring and how he sees you. By embracing passion and adventure, you become the woman who lives a life worth joining, and that's the kind of energy that he'll be drawn to again and again. Step 10. Keep your independence and he'll be hooked. What if I told you the one trait that makes someone unforgettable is the ability to stay emotionally balanced and fiercely independent? no matter the curveballs life or relationships throw their way. Being independent isn't just about having a killer career or rad hobbies. It's about cultivating that inner peace and self-assurance that says, I'm complete with or without you. Maintaining emotional balance forms the bedrock of this independence. It's about managing your feelings, staying true to your values, and not letting outside factors dictate your happiness. This doesn't mean bottling up your emotions or dodging vulnerability, though. Quite the opposite. It's about tuning into your feelings without letting them consume you. Imagine this scenario. You and your partner have a disagreement. Instead of reacting on impulse or letting things get chaotic, you pause, think it over, and respond thoughtfully. You communicate your feelings clearly and calmly, showing him that you can tackle challenges with grace. This kind of composure is rare and super attractive, signaling maturity, self-respect, and confidence. Here's the truth. Guys are drawn to women who are steady and secure in themselves. Why? Because emotional balance sets the stage for a safe space, allowing true connection to grow. When you're not constantly seeking validation, he feels free to be himself around you. There's no pressure, no neediness, just mutual respect and trust. And Stoicism brings valuable insights here. It encourages us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and let go of what we can't. Applying this mindset lets you navigate relationship ups and downs confidently. Whether things are smooth or rocky, your emotional stability becomes something he admires and relies on. Independence also means maintaining your own life outside the relationship. Are you still chasing your passions, hanging out with friends, and investing in your personal growth? Or has the relationship taken over your identity? High-value women know happiness springs from within, not from a partner. This doesn't mean you're emotionally cut off. It means you have a vibrant life you're open to sharing, not sacrificing. Let me ask you this. How are you nurturing your independence right now? If your world feels too centered around him, it might be time to refocus on you. Start small. Set aside time each week for things that light you up, whether it's a hobby, workout routine, or just solo recharge moments. These self-care breaks are key to keeping your balance and individuality. Men also gravitate toward women who know and assert their boundaries. Boundaries reflect your self-respect. They show that while you value the relationship, you won't compromise your own well-being to sustain it. If he's habitually late or dismissive, a confident woman addresses it directly, no anger or accusations. She sets clear expectations and remains firm, proving she values herself enough to demand respect. Here's the paradox of independence. The more self-reliant you are, the more he wants in on your world. Guys are naturally drawn to women who don't need them to feel whole. This creates a vibe of mutual appreciation rather than dependence. It's not about finding someone to complete your life, but someone to complement it. Plus, this dynamic avoids fear-based behavior that can push him away. When you're emotionally balanced and independent, you're not scared of losing him. You get that while a relationship can amplify your life, it doesn't define it. Being free from fear lets you be your authentic self without clinging or controlling. Here's something else to think about. Independence doesn't mean being a lone wolf. It's about striking a healthy balance between togetherness and individuality. Strong relationships are built between two people who bring their fullest selves to the table, not two halves trying to make a whole. By maintaining your independence, you inspire him to do the same, fostering a partnership where both of you thrive. Ask yourself, how would your relationship change if you truly embraced your independence? How would he see you if he knew you were calm, confident, and self-assured no matter what happened? Cultivating this emotional balance and independence sets the stage for love to flourish, free from pressure, fear, or insecurity. So take a moment and think about your life. Are you living for yourself, or have you lost sight of your own needs and dreams? If you find yourself overly focused on him, remember this. The most attractive thing you can do is be unapologetically yourself. Living with confidence, passion, and emotional balance doesn't just make him return, It makes him want to stay for the long haul. We've dove into the top 10 powerhouse moves that not only make him come running back, but also transform you into the high-value woman he can't imagine leaving. These aren't just man-catching tricks. They're core principles that help you evolve into the most self-assured and fulfilled version of yourself. And here's the best part of this journey. The more you embrace these qualities, the more your relationships will mirror the love and respect you've nurtured in yourself. Each of these actions is like a thread weaving the tapestry of your high-value self, creating a picture of a woman who is both magnetic and deeply respected, cherished, and admired. This is not about playing games or pulling tactics. It's about crafting a life and mindset that naturally draw in the love and connection you truly deserve. Now, let me leave you with this thought. These principles aren't about changing who you are. They're about unveiling the powerful, radiant woman you've always been, the kind of woman who knows her worth, never settles, and faces life and love head-on with purpose and genuineness. When you embrace these traits, you don't just capture his attention, you elevate yourself. So what's your next move? Are you ready to start this journey? I challenge you to select one of these actions and really focus on it this week. Maybe it's reigniting your passions, establishing firm boundaries, or simply taking a moment to reflect on your own strengths. Whatever it is, take that step and watch how it transforms not only your relationships, but your whole life. Don't forget to like this video if you found it inspiring and subscribe to the channel for more empowering content. Let's work together on building a life full of confidence, connection, and purpose. Until next time, stay radiant, stay grounded, and keep becoming that high-value woman you were destined to be.